Hopefully everyone is a dog lover or loves pets.
We already had cats, Valentina, and now we have dogs. So let's wait until everyone arrives. Mark is there too. Watch the dogs, Mark.
Yeah, I gotta watch where I'm walking in this room.
Yeah. Okay, let's wait for Frank. And I see that Frank is also joining. Awesome.
Okay, I'm through,
Go
Yuri.
ahead. Go ahead, Frank.
Cool, perfect. One of the things I always love is like where each speaker space is actually exactly the same, and yet each one feels so different. I love that about this. So we are now in Valentina Escobar Gonzalez's room. And Valentina founded Beyond Engagement in January 2012 and hasn't slowed down since. She has a passion for assisting businesses grow their engagement levels with customers online with social media marketing. She's a wife, mom of 2 girls, aged 9 and under, and actively involved in her local community. Valentina's talk title today is Recession Proof for Marketers, and will teach us what we can do as marketers to be proactive versus reactive for success when it comes to the recession. Fantastic. Valentina, take it away.
All right. Thank you for coming to my room. Let's get started here today. So we're going to be talking about how to recession-proof your marketing for marketers. I feel like we all spend so much time helping our clients, but what about ourselves? How do we stand out? I don't know what the headlines are in your neck of the woods where you are, but we keep hearing the word recession. So we're going to talk about alerts, being consistent, and persuasion, bundling holidays. I always love quotes. I'm a quote junkie, and I thought this quote would be a good way to get our conversation started here today. A lot of the things that I'm going to be sharing today come from the uschamber.com website, and it's how to be top of mind. One of the things we talk about is building customer loyalty in that article, investing in content marketing, and being consistent. So I read a Forbes article and I basically had a panic attack. It said in the Forbes article, businesses have a 60 to 70% chance of selling to an existing customer, while the probability of selling to a new prospect is only 5 to 20%. So I immediately sent 3 boxes of these custom truffles to local clients, and someone had posted on Instagram bringing attention to my business and turned on notifications on Instagram. I turned on these notifications on Instagram to make sure that every time my top clients, my prospects, partnering businesses, I get a notification every time it's turned on. And what has helped me with that is, and I'll show you an example right here, what it looks like. You go to their profile, whether it's Instagram or LinkedIn, you go to their profile, and because you turn on the notification, it shows up on your iPhone that so-and-so has posted. This trick that I did several years ago has allowed me to get so many projects in the height of COVID, because people are like, you're always engaging with our content. Your social media is so polished. We would love to have you part of the team or work on a project. So I'm very big on turning on notifications. So who can you turn on notifications with? With your top clients, people you want to work with, Mark Schaefer, anyone. This would be a good time to do that. So let's talk about persuasiveness. I actually heard a really good podcast by Nancy Harhut, and actually just read her latest book. And there's a podcast on marketing smarts called This Is Your Brain on Marketing. And Nancy Harhut is talking about persuasiveness. And here are some things that we can incorporate on our social media strategy. So a good thing to think about is obviously our visuals. One thing I also want to talk about here is turning on with your stories, turning on countdown stickers, turning on notifications to remind people that something is occurring or about to occur. I love this example with the glasses from Warby Parker. And think about the real estate. Think about the caption itself. When you look at your posts on social media, value the fact that people have that 1 to 2 sentences where they get the person's attention. And notice if you go back to this post right here with the glasses, it says that the glasses are prepped, plated, and. So there's a little more button that's like, hey, tell me more about this. Tell me more about what these glasses can do. So think about that with your caption. Another thing to think about is the word because. This is a great tip for those of you who are not only entrepreneurs, but those of you who have a jobs and are launching your business or doing it as a side hustle. Nancy Harhart explains automatic compliance trigger words using the word because. Because it's used in an explanation, your brain automatically assumes a more positive posture and you're more inclined to do the thing that's being asked. Just because it's one simple word. Think parents, for the parents in the audience. I don't know who's a parent here. I have 2 little kids. And remember when your parents are like, because. I love the copy machine example that she mentions in the podcast and a Harvard research study saying triggered words started to make people nod their heads before they even processed it. So I think she was talking about a study that 93% of people just when you use the word because versus 60% of people that didn't give an explanation why. So start thinking about your content. Because we expect your organization, ... Because we are part of your family, ... Why am I getting this blank, whether it's an email or whatever? Because we thought this info might be blank, blank, blank. So think about adding these words onto your social media. Labels is another word. She was talking about a recent study that found labeling as a subset of customers as best customers. In the marketing communications, they resulted in noticeable lift in interactions and spend in that group because you use labels for your customers. So start thinking about best customers, expert in your field, thought leader. I use this tactic when I was talking to veterans and I tell them how much I love them. So think about that. Another thing to finalize the year, and I love wearing Christmas and tacky sweaters. Think about bundling. People are probably thinking, someone reached out to me. What can I do with my marketing? Well, think about bundling your services for the end of the year. And that's all I have to say. I love how this just ended at the right time. Scheduling content, that's a no-brainer. Just making sure you have stuff out there visible. I really want to thank you all for joining me for my presentation. And if you wanted to learn more, here's the QR code where you can engage with my next newsletter that I have coming up. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Valentina.
Fantastic. Thank you. Brilliant. So I think... Oh, nice dance moves. Cool. So I think if we all go through the portal once again in the middle of the tree, let's go back to the penthouse. Let's go into the whatever that presentation room is called and have a bit of a Q&A and a bit of a chat.
Yes. Awesome.